Hey! I'm going to talk about my beauty kit for school, all of my beauty school supplies. So to start off, of course you get a textbook for theory day. So this is my textbook and it's huge. It's heavy, it's a really good paperweight. So here is the whole case itself. It's huge. It's kind of beat up because I've had to lug it outside and stuff, but there's everything. I have it all like organized in a certain order in there, so yeah. So let's dive into what's in here. I'm just gonna like put it next to me. So the first thing I have in here is something that's really important at my school. It's our handbook, student handbook. I couldn't think of the word, I had to like look at it. Basically what it is we log like our mannequin work and all of our clients and stuff like that. So basically what it is it's to, you know, keep track of your schedule and, you know, keep track of all the different services you provide and stuff like that, and how many clients you have in a run of like 10 weeks, and your average ticket and all the mannequin work that you have to do that has to be completed. Like you have to do so many mannequin manipulations per mod. Like there's mod 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm in mod 2 right now. I'm about to go into mod 3, and basically you have to have so many mannequin manipulations done. You need to have so many like tests written and stuff like that. Like it's really specific, and mod 1 is like pretty much all in class learning on the mannequin. Mod 2, it's like half in class, half on the floor-ish kind of. And then mod 3, it's like one class and mostly on the floor. And then by mod 4, you're pretty much on the floor all the time. So, and there's always mannequin manipulations for each mod. And then by the time you graduate and write your Cosmetology Association exam and all that stuff, you'll have to do a practical of like each manipulation and stuff like that. And you have to have so many hours banked, and you need to have all of your manipulations and all that stuff. So it's like, it's really technical, and it's like, it's so fast paced, so like you really have to watch missing time. So the next thing, which is really important to when you're doing hair, is hair clips. You know, you don't want people having hair hanging in their face while you're trying to do it. So I have like a variety of different ones. I have like purple, red, and black ones. These ones are nice. They're very like strong, but they're metal. I find they tug at hair a little more versus this one. It's plastic and it's not as insane, but I find I like these ones a little more. And then these ones is for like bigger amounts of hair and stuff like that. You use them for different things, I guess. I like using all of them. You can never have enough of these because they go everywhere. You lose them all the time. And then of course this, I always have to go like that because I feel like there's always hair in it, but this is a really handy thing to have for when you're cutting a lot of men, specifically when you're cutting a lot of men's hair and they get like all that hair on the back of their neck and stuff, and like it kind of falls down like underneath the cape. You just like undo it and you just brush it off, and it's like, it's really nice. I do that for some girls too because they'll like get hair in their face and stuff, so I'll just like brush it away. So that's a really handy thing to have. And then of course a water bottle, that's really important. That's like your number one tool more than anything. And then I have a variety of combs and brushes. So I have them in Ziploc bags because I divide them by dirty and clean. I have 2 bags for clean brushes because I have so many, and combs as well. And then I have 1 for dirty brushes and stuff because I generally have them clean all the time, but there's like the odd time I'll run out of time to clean the ones that I've used on a certain client, and then I'll just throw them in that bag and then go in the next day and clean them. So I have like this one, which is good for combing through when you're doing a color or you have wet hair, and a lot of it. This is another good one, but and you can use it for like really curly hair and stuff as well. This one's like my go-to one. I use this one when I'm brushing my own hair as well, like when it's wet, but I don't know what it is about this brush that I just love it to death, and I use it all the time. And then I have a variety of combs, like, you know, cutting combs. Like these are all cutting combs. This one you use when you're doing men's cuts, but I kind of stick with the smaller ones, but this one is handy to have sometimes. And then of course, your foil combs, and then your tapered one. This one's really good for that as well sometimes, and whatever. You can use all these, I find, for different things, but sometimes you can't. Like, it depends on what you're doing. You have to be really careful. This is the tapered one, my bad. This is the tail comb. I got them mixed up, but I was looking at this one. This is a tapered one. I use this on a lot of men's cuts. And then a teasing comb or brush or whatever you want to call it. And if you see like little writing on all of them, I write my initials or my name on like everything, because I'm in a school with like hundreds of other students that have similar things. So, and people like to take things or borrow things and not give them back and stuff like that. So you just want to, or they'll borrow things and then not know who it belongs to. So it's really nice to just have your name on everything, because you really just don't want to lose your stuff, because it's expensive. Like, you go back into your beauty supplier and buy more things because you keep losing things. Like, I bought a new apron and I bought more combs. I've replaced so many things. And then, oh, is this the, nope. This is the other clean one. Round brushes are amazing for blowouts. This specifically is my favorite one, and then it would be this one. But I like this one because I find like it only has, oh, there's a hair, ew. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but gross. This one has like the rubbery thing here and here, and this one has like all here. And I find I grip hair when I'm using this one, like I'm blowing out somebody's hair, and I just get it stuck on there, and it just, I feel like it hurts them. And I don't want to do that. And then there's a smaller one for a lot of shorter hair. I love this one on shorter hair. And this one I find is really good sometimes when you're just trying to like do a quick blowout, and it just goes right into the hair. It's great. I love it. But I mean, you can use a lot of different brushes for different things, but some have like a main purpose. It's just you really need to be careful and know what you're doing. I apologize for all the racket. For long hair, when I'm doing a blow dry, I find this one is amazing because it's so big and you can like put a bunch of hair in at once. This is dirty, by the way. This is in my dirty bag, but I had to show the brushes, so yeah. So I find that like you put it and it just, oh, it's amazing. I did a blow dry yesterday. If you follow my school Instagram page where I show all of my progress and stuff, the blow dry I did yesterday with the foils and the red, this I used to straighten her hair with a blow dryer. I didn't straighten it with an actual flat iron at all. And then here's another round brush, but it's like a medium one, which you do for like maybe my length hair, maybe a little shorter. And then of course I have more foil combs and cutting combs. I've just used them, so they're dirty. So I need to clean them when I go in tomorrow. So that's that. And then these are a box of razors that, because in my shear kit, it comes with like a razor that you can use for like face framing or side bangs or just like little details and stuff like that. And it's really handy, and they wear out very quickly, so you need to have these. There's like 10 of these in here, I believe. And then color bowls, because you know I'm doing a lot of color. My initials are on the bottom, and sometimes for ombre, 2 is a really good one to have, because you're doing like a brown color and then you're doing a blonde or something. It's really nice to have 2, especially if you don't get the chance to clean your first one and then you have another client that's just doing one color. Yeah. Then here's my toning bottle or my color bottle. I use this. I only really use this for toning. I have not used it for anything else. I think this is really its main purpose at this point, but I know. And what's nice tip is when you're toning, you can just go in with the tip of the bottle and just make a section, tone it, and then flip it over and then do it again. It's really nice. Then you don't have to go in with like a comb, and it takes up way more time. And then a timer for your coloring. I like use my phone most of the time, that's why it's not open. And then I have a little color whisk that I just picked up not that long ago, and it's so cute, and it's actually really nice to use when you're mixing color instead of using one of your brushes, because it really just gets in there and mixes it all up really well, especially if you're using like powder and like processing stuff, like peroxide or processing solution or whatever. This is really nice to mix all that stuff up together. And then of course your color brushes. There's a variety. This one you usually use for retouches. This one's usually for color, and this is for color as well, but it's smaller, so you can do like, if you're doing like one small spot, you don't have this huge thing like in the way, you can use a smaller one to get at those finer areas. And then of course, gloves. There's 2 in here. I usually it comes in a pack of 1. They're black reusable latex gloves, but I bought 2 packages, but I threw them in one because I used one for like color, and then I used one for everything else because I have eczema, so I literally cannot touch anything without my hands flaring up. So when I shampoo a client, when I use color, whatever, I have to be wearing gloves. I mean, you're supposed to wear gloves when you do color anyways, but that's not the point. And then here is my shear set. These are thinning shears, cutting shears, and then the razor that I had talked about. And I'm sorry if I'm flying through this, just I have like a time limit and I just don't want to go over it and leave anything out. And then of course I have capes. This is a lady's cape and a men's cape. I don't know why there's writing on this one and not this one. And then I have a kid's cape as well, but it's all folded up and it's just got like cute designs on it. And then I have my handy dandy curling iron. It's all curled up. And the difference with this one than a regular curling iron is that it literally is so technical. Like, this is how you use it. And it makes you look really cool when you're using it, but it's really complicated. When you first use it, it's insane. I was like, what am I doing? And then my handy dandy hair dryer, and the concentrator nozzle fell off of it. Actually, it usually goes this way, but yeah. And then, of course, my handy dandy flat iron by Avanti, I believe. I love that flat iron to death. Here's a pen. I need that for my little notebook thing. And then a mirror. Yes, I'm recording on my phone, but this is a really nice mirror, especially when you're trying to like show the client the back of their head. It's really nice. Then I have some hair clips for when I'm doing rollers, but if I'm doing a wet set, I would combine those with these hair clips, which are a lot smaller. The difference from the two is this. They're not. The blue box is the one with the bigger ones, and the red box is the one with the smaller ones. And then of course bobby pins for updos, or if you're just trying to keep hair out of their face. And then with wet sets comes the little papers you need to do, not wet sets, perms. You need your end papers. I literally have 4 boxes because I do so many perm manipulations and wet set manipulations. And then here's all my perm rods. Actually, I'm supposed to have more. These are all the long rods. I need my short rods and I never got them. And then finally, my men's cutting kit. So it has all of the, it has the cutter and then the little trimmer peanut thing. And then of course all of these things. Like, I literally have a crap ton. And then of course like the oil, the things that like, look at that, there's so many in there. I wrote my initials on all of them. Yeah, so that's my whole school kit. Now you see why I don't lug it around in a duffel bag. And I will be graduating in June, and then I'll be a licensed hairstylist. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you guys want to follow my progress page, it's Alana, my name, which is ALANNAH, and then .alamode, which is ALAMODE 11. That is my school Instagram, and it has all of my progress and stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!